This video is going to go over using the Export to Excel function with account schedules for Dynamics 365 Business Central. This specific video is covering only Business Central. There is another companion video for Dynamics NAV. The functionality for the Export to Excel function is pretty similar between both versions, but there are some small variances version to version, which is why I'm shooting a separate video for Business Central. Let's take a look at how the functionality works, but first, let's talk about what the problem is. The first problem is that a lot of you are creating your financial statements by dumping your trial balance into Excel and then doing all kinds of manual changes. This takes a lot of your time and it's inefficient. If you're using account schedules, a lot of people get a little discouraged because when they first try it, if they don't know the tricks I'm going to show you in this video, this is what happens. So you might have a nice account schedule that you have all set and ready to go and you like how it looks. If you go to produce this to Excel, this is what happens. You might choose Export to Excel and create a new document. And when you create that new document and you open it up, it doesn't look so nice. It's a pretty raw data format, and this isn't anything I'd like to give to anyone. So a lot of people stop there. What I'm going to show you today is how you can create a file so that when you create your financials every month, your process looks like what I'm going to do next. This should be the normal process that you go through each month to do your financials, and it should be remarkably simple. Let's pretend it's the first month of the year and I am about ready to process my financial statements. If I go to Excel, Export to Excel, and update an existing document, I'm going to choose a document that I've already set up, and this is what I'm going to show you how to set up in this video today. I'll say open, and then I'll choose which tab I want it to open up. I always want it to open the data tab. I'll say OK, and if I open up this file so I can see the results, you'll see that this looks a lot better than what I had with my others. Now here's one key difference. I do need to hit Enable Editing to get this to fill with my numbers. Here's your file with all the correct numbers updated. You'll see that it's even populated a nice looking chart for us. So the next step for the video is going to show you how you can set up this file so that you could do this on your own. Let's close this. And we'll go back to Business Central. So if you're going to create this file, this nicely formatted file, you'll only need to do this once, and then you can reuse it every month. In order to start, we'll go to Actions, Excel, Export to Excel, and instead of saying Update Existing Document, we're going to create a new document because we're creating our new Excel shell. So this will open up my blank book. Choose Enable Editing, and the first thing that I'll do is I will copy this tab so that I've got two of them, and I'll name one my data tab and one my income statement tab. The next thing that I'll do is I will link one sheet to the other. The way that you do that is you can simply hit the equal sign in this cell and then take your mouse and go to the other tab and point to the same cell and then hit enter. Now that cell is linked to the data tab in cell C7. I can pull this over from left to right to copy it into all my cells, and then again from top to bottom, and now I know all of these cells are linked. I have one more thing that I want to link, and that's my date. If I open up my ribbon, you'll see that this is in a text format. This needs to be changed to a general format before you link it. So if I say equals data, click on that same cell and then enter, I'll have linked that cell as well. So the next thing I'll do is hide this data tab. It needs to still be there, but I don't need to see it. So now I can go through the process of cleaning up whatever of these cells I want to, so this looks like a nicely formatted file. Now I won't spend the time to do all of the formatting changes that I did in my example file, but we'll do just enough so that we can see that it's markedly different than what we had with that raw data file. So we'll do a few more things to make this file look a little bit nicer. Maybe even add in some underlining. And that should be enough for now. I guess I'll point out that you can hide things and you can add things in, but you shouldn't delete things. All right, so that's good enough. I think I've got enough different formatting so that we can see that you could do whatever you need here to make this look nice, including putting in the chart that I had. That's just using Excel. So let's go ahead and save this and close it, because it has to be in a closed status. And now I'm ready to update my next month. So I've created my file, I did all the formatting. Remember, that's something you should only do once. You shouldn't do that every single month. The next steps that I'm going to show you should be what you should do every month. So I'm going to change my period to the next period so we can see February's numbers instead of January's. And once I've done that, I'll choose Actions, Excel, Export to Excel, and Update Existing Document. I'll need to point it to my file that I just created, and then I'll need to select the tab. Remember, the Data tab is the one I'm going to select. So I'll say OK. And when I open this up, this is going to be in the nicely formatted format. Don't forget, this is the one thing that's different with Business Central and NAV. You have to hit Enable Editing to have it populate with your numbers. So now all of my February numbers are in there, and my date is updated here, and this is a real quick and easy way to be able to produce my financial statements. I hope you enjoyed our video on using the Export to Excel function with account schedules for Business Central. If you're a Dynamics NAV user, don't forget there's a companion video that shows this in Dynamics NAV 2018, which applies to all versions between 2013 and 2018. Thanks for watching.